Hiya. Having a bit of a quiet morning at the moment. Just waiting for the school run to be over, or any office dashes and whatnot before I go out and hit Dunelm. Yes, I've been concentrating on the sunroom and my house plants. I will be getting out in the garden again at some point, but that needs clearing because it's our little sunspot, and the weather is becoming gorgeous. That's been decluttered, but now I need to I don't call them nets, no one has nets anymore, do they? But I need some window covering. I did have some, they've gone all tatty already because of washing. So yeah, I'm going to Dunelm, so I'm just waiting for that and just having a bit of a chill time. At the moment, I've done my normal morning routine, got my cakes out, cleaned the hearth, and just having a bit of a reflective moment, I suppose. The last 7 months has been all about sort of making decisions, and I enjoy this time. This is, you know, like this is my therapy. Not many people listen to it. That's fine. I just find talking out loud to myself is good. I think it's better to get it out than just keeping it in your head. For therapy is good for some people. I look into things too deeply, I think, sometimes. I've done CBT, and that's good for behavioural reasons. But when it comes to something deeper than that, I think there's different ways therapists can, angles therapists or psychologists can come from. And I don't trust that angle's the right one for me. So I don't know. There's something about it anyway, you know, because if you do psychology, there's you could, if anyone's a psychologist out there, please correct me if I'm wrong, but how do I know that your practice is an influence from a certain way that you've trained? So I just find having these conversations are really good. I think my path that I've been following since January is really helping me become self-aware and a lot of self-help, and that is truly good. And sort of talking out loud is really ace therapy for me. Doesn't matter who's listening. I'm just having my talking time. And I suppose a bit of time of honesty, you know, because a lot of people who put things on the internet, they're showing like this perfect life, and you know, that's not real, is it? You know, I always try and put as much positive stuff out there as possible, because I'd rather talk about positive things and happiness or making people laugh than some of the misery. But it doesn't mean that I'm happy all the time. It doesn't mean I'm as good as probably people think I'm being. I gave up drinking last September, and I fell off the wagon a few times temporarily, and I'm back on it, and I won't berate myself. There's been reasons for it, and I'm working on the reasons why that happens, and I'm getting there, and I'm so much better without alcohol, so much better. Sadly this year I fell back into a habit I hadn't done for 10 years, which was smoking. I've not wanted to tell any of the family, because it'll be, oh Emma, we were so proud of you, you were doing so well, why have you started that? You know, and I know it comes from a good place. If any family are watching this, which I don't think they do, but you know, if they are, it's just, sometimes you need a crutch, and sometimes you need a quick fix. I admitted it to my doctor, and told her exactly how I'm feeling, because, you know, I am going through menopause. I am on anti-Ds to help me keep my levels up, because you know, spirituality doesn't do everything. Sometimes you need your levels changing chemically, and mine do, and sometimes I need that quick fix of a cigarette chemical. And you know, I'm not totally happy about it. I've not broadcasted it, so why should I? It's funny really how I'm 56 next month, and you still fear being told off by people, disappointing people, and I want to let go of that, because you know, about living your authentic life and your authentic self, and that's really what I'm trying to do, and I suppose that's why I've talked about it here. I'm not ashamed of certain, you know, the things I do, because I'm only hurting myself. I'm not hurting anyone else. I'm overthinking about when I say to it, you should do what you want. So certain things in life you really cannot do. But when it comes to yourself, put yourself first and stop thinking about how other people are judging you, because people always have an opinion on you. People, if anyone's like even watches a clip of this, and they'll be going, well, why are you doing this? Why are you talking about that? Because I want to. You don't have to listen. You don't have to be around me when I do the things I'm doing, but I will do what I want to do, because I don't know how long I've got on this earth. And it's taken me a long time to get where I am now. And I've tried on and off over the years. And now I will do everything I can just to be me. And it's amazing what shit you have to let go of just to be yourself. It's amazing how many other people want to tell you how to live your life, tell you what to do, how to be. You know, I'd say I've had it for most of my life. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Oh, your hair would look that better that colour. Why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? And it's like, why don't you just let me be who I want to be? You worry about yourself. It's something that's quite frustrating, really. And so I'm just learning to let all that go. And, you know, I'm all for tips for my garden, and, you know, spiritual practices and things like that. I'm open to self-improvement. But like when I went to the doctors and I said, you know, unfortunately I've got X, Y and Z going on, and I really don't need to broadcast everything here, but I'm going through some really particularly trying times. And I said, unfortunately, yeah, I've started smoking again. I said, I'm not happy about it, but something has to give somewhere. It really does. And she asked me in a very, she was amazing. She's an amazing doctor. And she says, do you want any help with stopping? I says, not at the moment. I will do it, and I'll do it in my own time. And she stopped it there. She didn't lecture me, you know, or anything. It was, she's ace. I really like her because she just listens and doesn't judge. And that means a lot to me, to be quite honest. And so yeah, I've unshackled myself from, because I just felt like, oh God, I've got to hide it from someone. Why should you hide anything from anyone? You know, anyway, yeah, that's how I'm feeling this morning. I'm good on the whole. I'm not feeling too well, and I'm feeling a bit low because I'm having some blood tests at the moment. I know I haven't been looking after myself properly, as in my dietary, my eating habits, a bit sort of all over the place. But I think when you're kind of emotional and a bit frazzled, things do go out the window, and a McDonald's is better than a steak and salad. There's lettuce on a McDonald's, right? Pickles good for you? Good for your digestion, apparently. Yeah, but I think I had my bloods done and they came back straight away last week, and I thought, oh God, and I don't really understand them, but my suspicion, but it looks at it, and when I went to have my bloods done the day before yesterday, it looks like my B12's down. I've had that before, so hopefully it's just nothing else. Hopefully it's just some injections I can have, and it's a kick up the arse to eat better. See, there's always something that is kicking you up the arse, and there's only so many kicks at the arse you can sort of take or deal with. I mean, you know, I'm not Wonder Woman, or, you know, as a man, woman, you can only do what you can do. Don't frazzle yourself out by trying to sort of be and do everything. I'm giving myself over to the universe a lot, and a belief in the path I'm choosing. And so when things are quiet, particularly say my sales, I know in my cakes, I know that's giving me chance for something else. And being productive doesn't always mean sort of running around. Just this last week or so, I've really been into sort of being productive, but slowly, gently. So you're not running around like a headless chicken or a blind bee, that you can get things done in a gentle way. I've said it to my sister, because I know she feels the strain of getting X, Y and Z done. Just do things gently. You can only do what you can do, and it's amazing how much you can do. And it's better to be doing it that way than sitting there thinking about all the things you should be doing. I don't know quite where this talk's going today, and it's just talking things out that are in my mind, I guess, and sort of about taking the pressure off yourself, living your authentic self, living to who you want to be, not caring what other people think. I mean, as I say that sentence, it's like over the years, you know, I have a tirade of the visions of people going, do this, why don't you do this, why don't you do that, da 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 da, and you're like, you know. It's not like I'm sitting on my arse doing nothing, letting my life just drift away. I want to get to the end of my days, whenever that may be. I'm hoping it's a long time yet, because I've got a lot more to talk about and waffle onto the ether and the universe and to myself. But living my true self is how I'll do things. And I'd like people to appreciate that. I feel I'm being a kinder person these days, I'm a calmer person these days. When I'm driving, it may be a little bit different, and I try and stop myself from using awful language. But I am being a better person. I am doing something. I am beginning to live the life that I want to lead. I can't be there for everyone, because first of all, I've got to be there for me. And doing that's a great feeling. And when other people understand that, it's so appreciated. Heal yourself. Look after yourself. Get yourself into that right place before you try and do anything for anyone else. And, you know, sometimes some people have to realise they have to work things out for themselves. You know, you cannot do it for them. You can't hold their hand and say, do this, do that, that'll make you better. Here, I'll do this for you. This will help. There comes a time in life where you have to sort your own shit out. And that I'm doing. And I'm in a good place. I'll be in a better place when I get my blood test results and start getting some more energy. Because it's making me ache. And it's making me very tired. And that's annoying. Because I want to get whizzing out in the garden. Because I have got lots to do. But I've got my granddaughter tomorrow. Just my granddaughter, yeah. Just which I've not had for a while. So I'll probably get her out into the garden with me. And teach her a bit about gardening. Might start with learning to weed. It's not wrong, is it? It's learning, not child labour. But yeah, that's me. That's me today. I was too tired yesterday. I'd had my breast screening. That was joyful, but necessary. I know of too many people who have or had cancer, and the impact, and it's very important that you get things checked regularly. So I'm looking at the time now, and I think it might be time for Dunelm. Go and get myself some privacy, so my neighbour can't see what the hell I do when I'm walking around the house, because they're big windows in the sunroom. And I don't always walk around in my negligee and robe. I mean, everyone likes to Winnie the Pooh, don't they? If you know what I mean. So I must go and get some net curtains, screening, whatever you want to call it. Wash my windows. In many ways. Visually and metaphorically. So I can see clearer. That's deep. Yeah, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. Just being me, doing what I do. If anyone's listened to this and you're going, oh, Emma, please, not smoking. Please don't bother saying anything to me. I've said it all myself. Everybody has to have just at least a little crutch. So have a good day all, and if anyone's listened to this, if it's resonated with you, just, you're not on your own. Do you know what I mean? You're not on your own. Sometimes that's all I put these things out for, is that maybe people listen and recognise themselves and just think, oh, it's not only me then. So there we go. Right then, I've got things to do. And oh golly, hopefully I'm not going to bring you back with some more random purchases. Oh, I may do. Dunelm. Oh golly, there's always bits and pieces in there. At least I'm not going to TK Maxx or B&M. Bloody hell. Right, have an amazing day. Have the best day you can, and don't beat yourself up. Love yourself. Just love yourself. Take care. Much love. Bye.